Heal your personal myth of suffering. We have a personal wound which is unique to us, a wound that makes us suffer throughout our lives, which taints everything we think, everything we feel, everything we do. The origin of this seed is from our original split from the divine, from God, as we come into being from wholeness to this world of duality. No matter which society you belong to, which religion you are born into, you left a place of oneness to arrive in a world of splitness. This is a very personal wound, and its effect, its initial imprinting, and the shock of it cannot be underestimated. Based on this, each of us has a particular way of experiencing and looking at the world through our own thought patterning, personal preferences, and conditioning relative to our myth. But we can heal this deep wound, a wound based on a myth. All myths can be dissolved, as all delusions can be overcome. I believe that one of the best ways to do this is by using what I call a Key Life Affirmation. This may not necessarily end up being the exclusive affirmation that you use, but it will be one that you will always remember. This will help you to take personal responsibility, to heal on all levels, and in particular, the original wounding you experienced from entering duality. Your healing Key Life Affirmation needs to be as personal, individual, and unique as you are. How you react from birth onwards creates thought patterns that become your very own personal myth, using your very own wound relationship, which creates further wounds. A myth will most likely be lived out as a recurrent theme or pattern throughout your life. Here is an example of some myths. Please note the one which resonates most with you, or which inspires you to write one that you feel most reflects your wound. All my life I have been abandoned. All my life I have been rejected and unwanted. All my life I have felt alone. All my life I have found happiness only for it to be taken away from me. All my life I have never been allowed to be my own person. All my life I have been ill. All my life people have been unkind to me. All my life I have had to struggle. All my life I have been abused. All my life I have felt unloved. All my life I have not been good enough. All my life I have drawn the short straw. Use one of these myths or create your own. Identifying is powerful. When you are able to identify, you have the choice to change. One very powerful way of changing an energy is to embrace its opposite. For example, if you wish to change anger, embrace peace. If you wish to change all my life I have been rejected, embrace, I affirm, I am accepted and held. You have become caught by and imprisoned by your subconscious and unconscious mind, which has colluded to make and strengthen your very own myth of suffering, recurring again and again. But you do not have to continue being a slave to your wound myth. Now you can transform by claiming the opposite, and your subconscious and conscious mind will act upon it. You will be positive and life affirming, affirming the positive of that which creates our suffering, dissolves the seed in us that sprouts the lie. When the weed seed is destroyed, it cannot sprout again. I will now affirm the opposite of the myths. All my life I have been abandoned becomes, I affirm that I am fully held, loved, and protected by the divine and by all creation. All my life I have been rejected and unwanted becomes, I affirm that I am fully embraced and loved by the divine and by all creation. All my life I have felt alone becomes, I affirm that I am at one with divine love and I am held and loved on every level of my being. All my life I have found happiness only for it to be taken away from me becomes, I affirm that I have unlimited, unbounded, and permanent happiness in my relationship with divine love on all levels of my life and being. All my life I have never been allowed to be my own person becomes, I affirm that my unique and beautiful individuality is fully loved and accepted by divine love. All my life I have been ill becomes, I affirm that I am fully loved and cared for by divine love, and in this love experience abundant health and well-being. All my life people have been unkind to me becomes, I affirm that I receive and experience complete divine love, understanding, and kindness on all levels of my life and being. All my life I have had to struggle becomes, I affirm that I experience total loving ease in my relationship with God and in all aspects of my life. All my life I have been abused becomes, I affirm that I am loved by divine love and that this love is now tenderly showered on me, on every level of my life and in every relationship. All my life I have felt unloved becomes, I affirm that I am loved by the divine and by all creation. All my life I have not been good enough becomes I affirm that I am fully appreciated for who I am and what I do, and I am helped and inspired by divine love always. All my life I have drawn the short straw becomes I affirm that divine love showers me with an abundance of grace. Through prayer and reflection, identify and affirm the positive of the negative within you. Reunite with the depths of divinity within you, using your Key Life Affirmation. You have everything you need to make you happy and whole. You have divinity within you. You are divinity. It is this divinity which is your greatest healer. Repeat your affirmation 21 times each day for 21 days. Write it out 21 times if you have the space to do so. If you wish to read more about Key Life Affirmations and other kinds of affirmations, please connect with the ebook Be Happy with Prayer, Meditation and Affirmation by Mynavati, Kindle version. May all beings benefit from our good intentions and healing. May we all take care of ourselves